Identify regions satisfying inequalities. You can pause the video and have a go at example 8, and there's a few others I'll go on to as well. Then you can try example 5. And finally example 7. Okay, that's before we get into identifying regions satisfying inequalities, we need to actually remember how to find the equation of a straight line, which we touched on in year 9. So let's recap straight lines. The equation of a straight line is usually written this way: y equals mx plus c. The m represents the gradient, the slope, how steep it is, and the c, the number you add on at the end, represents where it cuts the y-axis. That is the y value when x equals 0, or it's formally called the y-intercept. So let's think, how do we find c if we've got the graph drawn? So how do you find c? C is where the line crosses the y-axis. So you just look at the y-axis and see where it crosses, what number. How do you find m then? How do you find this gradient, the number that will be in front of the x? Well, m, the slope, needs some calculation, and you'll use one of these depending on what your teacher told you in class. M is the change in the y values divided by the change in the x, or the rise over the run. That makes no sense unless you draw a triangle from the line. So if you're given a line, you pick 2 points on the line and form a triangle, a right angle triangle. When you form the triangle, the vertical represents the change in the y, or the rise, and the horizontal represents the change in the x values, or the run. And then once you get these two numbers, you can divide that change in y by the change in x. Let's have a go at that for these two. So if it says find the equation of the following line, I see it's a straight line, so I know it's going to be y equals mx plus c, because it's straight. Y and x are fixed. They're not something to be found out. M and c we can find out. C is where it cuts the y-axis, and it cuts at 1. So it'll be the c I replace with -1. The m is the gradient. Remember I said you've got to draw a triangle, a right angle triangle. So I'm going to pick this point here and pick this point here. From that, draw a right angle triangle. The change in the y value is 3. It goes from 0 up to 3. The change in the x value is from 1 to 4. That's a difference of 3 as well. Or the rise is 3 and the run is 3. The gradient then is 3 divided by 3, which is 1. So we put in y equals 1x minus 1. But when the gradient is 1, there's no point in writing the 1 in there. X is on its own. That means 1x. So that's it, done. Part B. Again, we're trying to find the equation of a straight line. We know it's a straight line, so we know it should have this format. Y equals mx plus c. The y and the x are fixed. It's the m and c we're trying to find out. C is where it crosses the y-axis. So get your y-axis, crosses here at -1 again. So the y-intercept is -1. The gradient, I'm going to pick 2 points. I'll pick this one here, and I'll pick this one here. And I'll draw a right angled triangle. The rise, the change in the y goes from 1 to 5, so that's a difference of 4. But it's going down. It's going down from 5 to 1, so that's actually a -4. It runs across from -3 to 1. That's a difference of 2. So the gradient is going to be the change in y, or the rise, divided by the run, or the change in x, 2. And you get -2. That means the number in front of the x will be -2. So y equals -2x minus 1. If you got a little bit of confused with why there was a minus here and why not just 4, one way to check or to remember when you look at your answer, if a line goes up, it'll have a positive number in the front of the x. But if the line goes down, it'll have a negative number in front of the x. So that's where having the negative 4 there meant that I had a negative gradient. So uphill, positive gradient, positive number of x's. If it goes downhill from left to right, negative gradient, negative number of x's. Okay, let's use that to try this question here. We're going to try to identify the inequalities that define the unshaded region. So this here, it's bounded by 3 lines. So we're going to find the equation of these lines before we start. So this line here cuts to the x-axis at 3. The x value is always 3 for every coordinate on that line. So the rule is x equals 3. The other boundary is the x-axis. But what's special about the x-axis is it cuts the y-axis at 0. The y value is always 0. So we call that line y equals 0. Then this line is at an angle, so we'd use y equals mx plus c for it. But we've got to find out what c and m are. C is where it cuts the y-axis, so that's going to be plus 1. M is going to be the gradient. So I need to draw a triangle for that. There's a triangle already drawn, actually. If you see from here to here, the rise, the change in the y values goes from 0 to 4 is 4. So your M, is going to be the vertical, the y is 4. It runs across 4 as well, from -1 to 3. So the run of the change in x is 4. So the gradient is 4 divided by 4, which is 1. And that means that m is 1, y equals 1x plus 1. So that's the equation of this line. I'm just going to label it a bit closer here. Y equals x plus 1. We then need to change these into inequalities. So if this is where x is equal to 3, the regions to the left of that, where the x values are less than 3. So x equals 3 is the boundary line, but the region is to the left of that boundary where the x values are all less than 3. So x is less than 3 is the first condition. If we look at the y values, you can see here this is where y is 0. The regions above that, so where the y values are bigger than 0. Below that would be where the y values are less than 0. So y equals 0. Above that line, anywhere above here, the y values are bigger than 0. You might be screaming out going, what about equals to? Bear in mind, these lines are going to be dashed or solid. They both look solid to me, so I should be putting in equals to as well. They could be on the line. And then the last one, the harder one, we've got this region is below this line here. So that line is y equals x plus 1. We're going to use a test point. If we just read this bit here, use a test point to decide which region you want, and then consider if the line is solid or dashed to conclude on the inequality to be used. So if we pick the test point 0, 0, that's in the region. It's below this line, and it's in this region. I want to know, is that where y is equal to x plus 1? Is that where y is greater than x plus 1? Or is it where y is less than x plus 1? Well, y equals x plus 1 is the on the line. If we put 0, 0 into that, it wouldn't be equal to. 0 is not equal to 0 plus 1. 0 is less than 0 plus 1. Yeah? So if you put 0, 0 into the equation, you change the equation actually to less than, so it works. 0 is less than 1. So that's now right, and it's only right because we chose y to be less than x plus 1. So that's your final inequality. But remember, it's a solid line, so make sure we put in the equals as well. And that's a little bit messy. There's a little bit of method within the answer there. So your final answer, if I just write it at the side, we've got x should be less than or equal to 3. The y values have to be greater than or equal to 0, but y also has to be less than or equal to the x value plus 1. And finally, we're going to try to do number 7. Leave unshaded the region defined by the inequality x plus 2y is less than 6, x is greater than or equal to 0, and y is greater than or equal to minus 3. So we have to plot these 3 lines first of all. Sorry, they aren't in lines, they're inequalities. We've got to plot 3 lines. What line do we got to plot for this one? X plus 2y equals 6. Then for the second one, we'll have to plot x equals 0. And for the third one, plot y equals minus 3. This one's going to be the hardest. You're going to need a table of values for it. And I'll choose 0 to begin with. If x is 0, that disappears. You'd have 2y equals 6. If 2y is 6, y would be 3. Because x and y are on the same side, I'm going to choose now y to be 0. I would do what's called a 0, 0 table when I see x and y on the same side. If y is 0, then 2y is 0, that disappears, 2y is nothing, and you're just left with x equals 6. We'll just do a wee demonstration here, might make this a bit easier for you to follow. Okay, just go back there. If x is 0 to begin with, then that disappears, because it's 0, and you get 2y is 6, so y is 3. Then if I say y is 0, 2y is 0, that disappears, and I'm left with x is 6. Now it's good to have another point, so I'm just going to pick one. Let's choose x to be 2. And we need to do some working out for that. X is 2, so instead of x plus 2y, it would be 2 plus 2y is 6. So 2y would be 4, so y would be 2. So when x is 2, y is 2. We need to plot those 3 points onto our axis. So we're plotting the points 0, 3. Let's write them down here first of all. 0, 3, 6, 0, and 2, 2. 0, 3, 6, 0, and 2, 2. Before I draw that line, I need to know is it going to be solid or dashed. The inequality doesn't have equal to, so this line has to be dashed when it goes through those points. Again, make sure you use a ruler. Okay, that's the line x plus 2y equals 6. Now what's the other lines? The next one is x equals 0. And when I plot it, I'm going to make it solid because it can be equal to. X equals 0, you find your x-axis, and you find where x is 0, which is here. So it's a line going through at 0. It's actually the same as the y-axis. So that's the line x equals 0. And the final one, y is greater than or equal to minus 3. We'll plot y equals minus 3, and it's solid because it can be equal to. So we go to our y-axis. We find where y is minus 3, which is here. So we draw a line cutting through the y-axis at minus 3, which is solid. And then I can see from my other dashed line, I probably would have liked to have it drawn a little bit longer. Okay, goes off the axis a wee bit there actually. So, the job's not done. We've got our boundary lines. We now need to find the regions based on that. So we need, I'm going to choose the hardest one to do it last. Let's go with this one here first of all. Y has to be greater than or equal to minus 3. So the y values are bigger than minus 3 basically. If we find where y is equal to minus 3, bigger than minus 3 is above, up here. So up here is where we want. So we get rid of everything below the could say it's not going to be there. Then let's look at the next one. X has to be bigger than or greater than 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The x values have to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's where x is 0. To the right is where x is bigger than 0. So this is the correct side. We can get rid of everything where x is less than 0. And now we're left with two regions above this line here and below the line here. So to figure out that one, I'm going to use test a point. Remember, the inequality is x plus 2y is less than 6. So x plus 2y is less than 6. I'm going to choose my test point to check that. So the line is here. If I pick 0, 0, I'm checking a point that is below the line. So I'm going to pick 0, 0. Put 0 in here, 0 in here. And what is 2 zeros plus 0? Is that less than 6? The answer is yes. So that point is correct. It's in the correct region. So below the line must be the correct region. That means above the line is not right. It's wrong. We can get rid of above the line. So the region is above here, to the right of here, and below here. So that leaves us with this triangle, and that's the correct region. If you pick any point in there, it should satisfy all three inequalities, and that'll be a good check for you. If you pick any point outside, it won't work in some of the inequalities.